Hi friends, I'm the vegan. Breakfast time with fruit salad and ice cream. And I have a combination of strawberries and apricots today. I like this combination, I tried it before. They are a little bit rare in Germany now and expensive, the strawberries. Bad season for strawberries somehow. First very dry, now a lot of water. So apricots are very great, I guess. We have some nice apricots there. So I just combine them with a yogurt as a dressing. Yeah, they go right in. I cut them into small pieces. The fruit salad, that is the most work, yeah, to cleanse the fruit, to cut them into pieces, to wash them, all these things. But it is worth it. They are what most people eat too little of. All these wonderful colors. The summer is full of that. I love summer, is my favorite season because of that. And here is a yogurt. I make it myself. It's a plain cashew yogurt. You can take any plain yogurt. For the right texture, you might add some water, some blend milk. Just get it right, the texture. When you make cashew yogurt, I show you another video linked under this one. You just blend cashews with water. I recommend the ratio 1:1 to start. Water 1:1 cashews. And also I add some bacteria. It's a culture called acidophilus. Acid means sour, acid. Philus means friend, the friend of sour. The bacteria are the friend of the sour. They make everything sour. They ferment it. And that is super healthy because of our intestines. They love it. And we have also bacteria in the intestines, and they are responsible for our immune system. 70% or so, I don't know. But that's very important. That's why yogurt is so important. It's very healthy. It's perfect for breakfast to get everything going again after the night when you break the fast, you know, from the night breakfast. You start with the yogurt, that's perfect. So here's my fruit salad with the yogurt. Today combination apricots and strawberries is interesting. The apricots, they have this natural tartness, just a tiny little bit. Like the peaches, they also have that. The nectarines don't. They are a hybrid. Nectarines have almost no bitter flavors, but the apricots, they have it, and there is even a wild kind of apricot that has more of that even. This is a normal apricot. Yeah, it's I love the flavor, sweet, sour, a little bit bitter, tiny little bit. And the strawberries, they are completely different, of course. They're also sweet, sour, like most fruit. They have this sweet-sour balance in some ways. And the apricots, the strawberries, I don't know how to describe, but they are really unique. And who doesn't love it? Wouldn't love it? They're not berries, by the way. The seeds are outside of the berry. That's not a seed. That's not a berry. That's not a fruit. Not a fruit it is, I guess. Yeah. So I'm not so sure about what it exactly is. Complicated. But here is my fruit salad with strawberries and apricots. And they have a wonderful flavor combination. You know, all these flavors, they're coming from nutrients. Nutrients, every plant has thousands of it. Its own, very own nutrients. They're very different, all of them, and they work together. When you want to research it and know more science about it, you need thousands and thousands of experiments. They're super expensive. Food industry gave up on it because it's just too much work, too much money, because you have to get the revenue. You have to sell it in a pill, and you don't really know what the pill does. When you take it out, when you take one nutrient out of the thousands, you don't know how they work, what they're effective, and so it's very hard to find out. So we are thrown back to the chefs, right? They know what tastes best, and once you have tuned your system, your body, your mind to the healthy diet, you have cleansed yourself, you get a taste, your flavor, the taste buds that are reliable. So most of the time I know what's good for me. It tastes great, I like it. Sometimes I'm misguided a little bit. I want to eat something that's too fat or so not healthy. Happens, but you know, a little bit of discrimination, and you know. Now I get my strawberries, my frozen strawberries from the freezer. I come back in a second. I have 5 ingredients, all from the freezer. Frozen, though, are only 2 in the strict sense. They have been in the freezer overnight. Here, frozen strawberries, they come from the supermarket. And the bananas, I freeze them myself, cut them into slices here to make it easier to portion, to ratio it. And they should be really, really ripe. When I freeze them, I make sure the bananas are really ripe. The brown spots outside, not inside. That's important because when you make an ice cream with bananas, you want to have a nice fluffy texture in the ice cream. And when the bananas are not ripe enough, then too much starches are there. It's a long chain carbohydrate. It's healthy, but it makes the texture different, like a gooey ice cream. You don't want that, not so much. So make sure when you make an ice cream with bananas, the bananas should be very ripe. That's my advice. And now I have a food processor fitted with the S-blade that allows me to make a Blitz ice cream. I call it Blitz ice cream. It's maybe not correct, but I call it like that. The S-blade is a large blade, and you have a blender with a small blade that's very fast. It produces a lot of heat, and it doesn't get a grip so nicely, so easily at the frozen fruit. It takes some time. It's not so easy. Maybe I need some liquid and so, but when you have the food processor with the S-blade, you can make a Blitz ice cream in minutes, and you can scoop it right away. My fun tool here in the summer. Summer breakfast with ice cream, and it's hot outside, no problem. So bananas go into the processor, and they should be very cold too. Blitz ice cream means the ice cream is frozen right after processing. The strawberries go in. And the colder the ingredients are, the longer I can process. And the longer I can process without having them melting, the nicer, the creamier the texture. Because when there are chunks in it, it's not a big deal, but it's still not so nice, you know. The chunks are also part of the texture. Processing longer, no chunks. That means cold ingredients. Also, the cashew flour was in the freezer for half an hour or so to get a little bit colder. Give me some seconds, some more creaminess. I found out all these things I found them out during the last year. They began with the ice creams. The year before that I began, and then I found out how to make these ice creams perfect, these Blitz ice creams. And also I found out that here the date mousse and the lemon juice are not only great enhancers of the natural flavors of the strawberries, they also should be cold for half an hour in the freezer enough. And then you really can process longer again. All the ingredients in the ice cream, even the not frozen ones, should be in the freezer for some time, half an hour or so. That's a small thing. It seems irrelevant, but it is relevant. It makes a difference, I found out. So, blender dance for Blitz ice cream. Now look at this Blitz ice cream. It's a lot. and I had to process a little bit longer. A lot of ingredients in here. But luckily they were cold enough to allow me to process long enough to make the chunks go away. So let's see. Yeah, there are some chunks still there here at some points, but I couldn't process longer. Now I have still the nice scoops here. But the more you put in the food processor for the ice cream, the more likely you have some chunks. There are some here, but only on one side, so the rest is okay. I don't mind the chunks so much, but I try to avoid it if I can. So the amount of ingredients you put here in, it makes a difference too. So don't put too much. So here, the chunks are on this side. There's a little bit of banana piece or so. It doesn't matter. I enjoy it. But for the scoops, of course, I try to avoid them for the beauty. See, and this is all I need here to show you. You see, a beautiful breakfast with strawberry ice cream on top of a apricot strawberry yogurt. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. Can make a donation. There's a thanks button under the video.